right, hi there guys. It is an absolutely gorgeous July day out. I'm pulled over at the usual spot. Whenever I'm out driving and I want to talk to you guys, I always stop at the clock tower over here just because it seems like just the prettiest place to stop. I love too that the town here, they put flowers on every light pole or every other light pole in the summers, and that's always fun. So yeah, so we're just here. I was running some errands. I had to pick up some foundation. Oh, some motorcycles driving by. Oh, another one. I had to pick up some foundation because I was completely out. And I have some videos to film tonight. So thought I'd show you the beautiful day. The temperature here is saying 26 degrees. That's pretty warm. 3 p.m. All right, hi there guys. So just jumping on here for the vlog for a bit. If I look the same, it's because I just also filmed the book talk, this week's book talk video on this book here, The Guest List by Lucy Foley. And I'm just thinking now about Emily of New Moon. This weekend going up will be chapters 21 and 22. So there are, I think, 30 chapters in the book. So we're getting towards the end. So, I mean, it's still going to be a while yet until we get there. So I was thinking what we might do next. If you guys are enjoying me reading to you and you want me to continue, I was thinking once we're done this, maybe we'll slip into something a little spookier for fall season. Or what would you guys like? Maybe what I'll do once we get to that point is I'll put up a poll somewhere, maybe on Twitter. Twitter's the only place I know where you can really do a poll, or maybe Instagram maybe, and you can pick a title, because we could do something spooky for fall, or we could do either way it's got to be a classic, so it'll be an old spooky one. So I don't know, we'll see. Or we could do just another classic. We could do some, you know, Jane Austen. I don't know. Let me know if you have any suggestions. They've got to be old. They've got to be at least 70 years old. Otherwise, I can't read them to you. I'll get a copyright strike. But if you've got any old books in mind that you would love to hear, let me know. And then I'll pick a few and do a poll once we get closer to the end of Emily. And now, just a couple hours after that last clip, it's gone. Real dark outside, and it is pouring rain. And it's super windy, crazy out there. Guys, I wanted to show you the foundation that I finished with and the one that I'm starting. So I finished this one, the Dream Radiant Liquid. I really liked this. It says it's a hydrating foundation, and I would agree with that. So I loved that. And so the one I'm restarting now is an old favorite, the Fit Me Matte and Poreless for normal to oily. And I don't know, you can see these are both Maybelline. Maybelline's just really doing it for me for foundations in the past couple of years. I find them really great. L'Oreal's good too, but Maybelline, they have the most that I keep returning to. So let me know, what's your favorite Maybelline foundation? And I'm also just sitting here now watching a Smoky Glow video. Dear Shane Dawson, do you guys watch Smoky Glow? I think she's really interesting. She kind of does makeup, like she's doing her makeup right now while she's talking. So she kind of does makeup while talking about sort of things in the YouTube community. And I think she's pretty good. And I just want to say too, while I'm talking about it, I don't always agree with her points of view on things and her opinions. And that's fine. But I always like hearing what her thoughts are. But yeah, there we go. I just wanted to add that in. All right, hi there guys. I thought I would come now, sit and end this vlog and get everything ready to go up. It's Monday now. I've got my coffee, and it's needed. It's very needed today. So it was a pretty quiet weekend, honestly. Ed and I, we finished watching Anne of Green Gables. The third season finally went up on Canadian Netflix a couple of weeks ago, and we finally finished it, and it was so good. If you haven't watched Anne yet, you really need to. It's wholesome content, which I'm sure we could all use a little more of during these trying times, and it's so good. If you're familiar at all with Anne of Green Gables, you'll love it. you can go into it blind and still love it. And it's so good. The girl that plays Anne, her name is Amy Beth, I think. She was born to play that character. And so it was so fun to watch. I'm just sad that it's over. It ended on kind of a good place to end, but they didn't know for sure that it was just going to be the 3 seasons. But they managed to end it in a way that leaves you fairly satisfied, although I will forever want to see more of it. It wasn't quite long enough. Myself am watching Peaky Blinders. Cillian Murphy is just so good if you love crime shows. It's about a crime family, but in England. I've always been really interested in watching shows about the American Mafia. Even when I was a teenager, I loved reading about that and watching shows about that. And so now it's interesting to see it from sort of the other side of the ocean, because I never really thought about what was happening sort of crime family / mafia wise in England. And so it's very interesting to see. And Cillian Murphy is he's just a delight. And he plays Tommy Shelby in that, kind of the head of the family, and it's great. Then Ed and I together were watching Ozark. Ozark season 3 went up a while ago. We watched season 1 the year it came out, enjoyed it. We started season 2, and then for whatever reason we just kind of fell off it. It wasn't that, like, when I was watching it I enjoyed it, but when I wasn't watching it I wasn't wishing I was watching it, you know what I mean? So we just kind of stopped watching it, and now we're picking it up again, mainly because everybody and their grandma is talking about how good the season 3 finale is. Everyone's like, oh my god, did you see the end of season 3 of Ozark? And no, I haven't. So now I need to, because I'm too nosy to not know what happens there. It's funny too, because the book I'm reading right now for this week's book talk is called The Familiar Dark, and that also takes place in the Ozarks in Missouri. So seems, based on that show and this book, seems like a lot of sketchy stuff happens there. Or else it's just the atmosphere just lends itself to these kind of stories being told. Either way, it's very interesting. So we'll say cheers to that, and let me know what you're watching and give me some recommendations, because I can't get, you can never have to. Oh my goodness, wait, sorry. Another thing we watched, we watched it over 2 days, and we watched it with Anna. That's Hamilton. Hamilton is now up on Disney Plus, and for years I've heard about, how good it is. When it first came out, my daughter was obsessed with the soundtrack, and it used to be all she'd listen to. So when it finally came up on Disney Plus, we were all so excited to watch it. And Ed and I were really excited to get to watch it with Anna, because we knew how much she loved all those songs. So if you have Disney Plus and you haven't watched it yet, definitely watch Hamilton. It's so interesting. The costumes are awesome. I watched a video right after we watched Hamilton of YouTuber Bernadette Banner. She's one of those sort of period piece YouTubers, and she did a video about if the costumes of Hamilton were historically accurate, and she was really impressed with how historically accurate they were. Of course, some concessions have to be made for movement, because soldiers and ladies in fancy clothes weren't necessarily moving in real life the way they're moving on stage during a musical. But other than that, she was real impressed with how accurate it was, especially the silhouettes. Okay, cheers. Anna is sitting here beside me, and I just had to, or tried to, explain to her why I was drinking my coffee staring at the camera. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I don't really have much other news. We just kind of stayed around the house this weekend, put it around, did some yard work. Ed was off all weekend again, which was very nice. And yeah, I hope you guys had a great weekend as well. And I will see you guys on Wednesday with, I think, another paranormal video. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you then. Bye.